I'm playing the Stanley Parable. The Stan's Parable. The Parable of Stan. The Parable of Stan's dad.
Stan! Stan!
Developed by Galactic Cafe, this is a HD remix of a Half-Life 2 mod of the very same name. The Stanley Parable is well known for its hysterical narrator and funny what the fuck moments. Its humor is just brilliant, for lack of better words, because it's not only like making fun of the character, but it's also making fun of you, the player, and other games. It's no wonder that it rakes in insane reviews and a pretty huge fan base. The game starts off like this.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
And there you have it. That's the whole premise of the game. Nah, I'm serious. The rest of the game is just like this, and for the most part, I'm okay with this. But I'm slightly upset. Okay, a lot of people would disagree with me, but in my opinion, I don't think the Stanley Parable should be called a game. The Stanley Parable is more like an interactive story type kind of deal, with a first-person point of view interface. I mean this very literally. Stanley's in-game model is only shown a couple of times, and when you are in first-person view, you can't see parts of Stanley's model. The game even points out that you can't see his feet when you look down.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
The goal of the game is to go through the story as Stanley, see the multiple hilarious endings, enjoy the witty comments that the narrator makes at you, and that's great. It's absolutely great. The Stanley Parable is infamous for being bold, and it appeals to hipsters, modern gamers. The story is written so cleverly. Its mockumentary type of narration was spot on. It was great. It made me want to invest some more time with it. But for me, I think they just went a little bit too bold. The biggest critique that this game gets is that there is no fucking gameplay elements within this game. And I agree. You can move as Stanley, open some doors, and push fucking buttons. There are fucking buttons everywhere within this game. Other gameplay mechanics are non-existent, such as picking up items or jumping. Fucking jumping. You can't fucking jump in this game. What the fuck is with that? In the graphics department, this game is not that impressive. It's noticeably different from its Half-Life 2 mod counterpart because it's retextured in HD, but it looks the same as fucking Gary's mod. The game gives the illusion of free choice. You can choose your path to get a different ending, but each step of the way, you feel like you're being manipulated by the narrator. There are doors that lead you to the same room. There are certain points of the game where you get confined to one path with that one specific ending. Once again, I mean this in a very literal sense. Doors close behind you. You get trapped or looped into the same hallway over and over again. Then all of a sudden, the godly narrator voice comes out of nowhere and spouts some nonsense about Stanley being crazy or some shit like that. Then the game restarts. That's the whole game. Ugh, are you fucking kidding me? That was it? It's my best reenactment of my reaction towards these kinds of endings. It kind of reminds me of old NES endings where they say congratulations, but you know, in a very fucked up, misspelled kind of way. Congratulations. Miraculously, I was able to squeeze out an hour and 30 minutes of gameplay. Don't get me wrong though, this game has some replayability in it. You can unlock multiple different endings with hours of repetitive where the fuck do I go kind of gameplay. Stanley Parable really tests your patience with its try and error paths. You really want to watch all the funny hilarious endings, but to experience what you need to enjoy this game, you can just do it by YouTubing it. You don't even need to play the fucking game, much less buy it. I feel as though I was conned out of 15 bucks, man. My very first impression of the game was from their launch trailer on Steam. Then I saw it being played on Steam Chain. I was like, fuck, I want this game. The game looked fucking awesome, man. It looked fun, epic, but what I got was something really more disappointing. More disappointing than the fourth Transformers movie. To be fair, I got a kick out of first and second playthrough of this game. It was like a choose your own adventure book, and it was fucking hilarious. But then came the repetitive playthroughs. It got stale really fast. Really fast. The narrator got boring. It got really annoying trying to get the rest of the endings because of the repetition of jokes, quotes, and Stanley's boring ass environment. Ugh. I mean, an office with an evil brainwashing facility sounds cool, right? It does. But after seeing it for the first time, I'm like, meh. Whatever. With that being said, this game gets my rating of food over games. The Stanley Parable is the best non-game I ever played, if that makes fucking sense, but it's missing so much that you can't help but feel that it's not worth $14.99. By design, Galactic Cafe's intention was to have no real actual gameplay. It's meant to poke fun at modern game design, but when it comes down to it, the Stanley Parable's medium is game. And without gaming characteristics such as gameplay and great aesthetics, what the fuck are you left with after the first couple of playthroughs? Well, apparently, you're left with creative and exciting achievements, such as opening a door 5 times, spamming your 8 key until your 8 key falls off, not playing the Stanley Parable at all for 5 years. What the butt fuck? There's a fucking achievement about not playing this game. Unbelievable. If you really want to own this game, then I suggest you wait for a sale. And not like half off, because that's way too expensive. I mean like a sale where the game sales price is less than the combined price of 4 Snickers. And that's my final verdict. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. This is our second episode, and hopefully it didn't present itself as ranty or that we hate the Stanley Parable, because we don't. It's pretty good, for whatever the fuck it is. And Anthony's not here this week, but he'll be here next week, because he's on some kind of fucking vacation or some shit like that. If you like the video and want to see more, please subscribe, and give us a like while you're at it. And why not? Leave a comment, we'll read it. Here's our past video, Shovel Knight. And over here, it's something new. Something, yeah.